Hey, our TNA guest is early. That doesn't happen here. What are we doing? And she, you know what's even better? And I just gave it away that the gender is a she. And she even did the thumbs up, which is what I always do. And I say, "Are you ready to come and hang out with us?" But it looks like she is. Let me preface this. This is a lot of fun for us. We get to make a little announcement this morning that last weekend at Impact Final Resolution, after the show went off the air, Scott D'Amore made the announcement that David Penzer, who was the ring announcer, is going to be wrapping up his time with Impact for now. We are very delighted, very excited, and very much looking forward to having a chat with the new TNA Wrestling ring announcer, the one and only Jade Chung. Hi, Jade.
Hello, guys. Oh my gosh. I just listening to you say that it just made my heart dance so much. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Congratulations.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's hop right into this. You've been doing some ring announcing with TNA with Impact for the last little bit. You've been working primarily on BTI. How did this all come about and kind of lead us up to this moment where this is now the gig?
Well, honestly, Scott D'Amore just kind of gave me that chance. And I'll tell you a little funny story to start off. I always hated my voice, and I mean hated. And now I know a lot of people don't enjoy their voice, but I hated my voice. Promos, I did not enjoy. I did them, didn't enjoy them because, again, I could hear myself. But he was like, Scott likes to challenge me. And I took it full force. I was going to prove to him that I could do this. And you know, my kids are watching, my husband's cheering me on. So this was something that I truly had to succeed in. So Scott was just like, we're going to get you to host. And then it turned into, we're going to get you to start ring announcing some BTI matches. And I got to tell you, I fell in love almost instantly. And I say almost only because I was so nervous. I have never done any type of ring announcing ever in my life. So I was so nervous, but I fell in love with it. And with the help with Tom Hannafin, I remember it to this day, it was Chicago. And he saw I was visibly nervous. And he kind of just pulled me aside and gave me some words of super encouragement that helped me to this day. And he has helped me so much. Him, along with Matthew Raywald and David Penzer, they have always been so supportive.
I was going to ask what advice you got, or if you did get advice from David Penzer. You're kind of replacing him as he's departing as the switch over from Impact to TNA. So did you talk with David and kind of what advice did he give you?
David has always been supportive, as I've said. He hypes me up. I told him, when I thanked him, I told him that I hope to make him proud. And he said he had no doubt and he'll be watching. So that already meant so much to me. He was always there, you know, right in the beginning when I was first announcing, he would text me, you know, where the guys were from, where the girls were from, and just made sure that I knew what I was saying. If I wanted to relay things back to him, he was there to listen. He always made sure to tell me, hey, I'm here if you need me. But the guys there, they were so supportive. I keep saying that, I know, but it warms my heart. And I truly do not believe that I would be in the position as I am today if I didn't have those that helped from the three guys. And I do have to mention Greg Hamilton. Tom actually put me in contact with Greg, who used to be a ring announcer for WWE, and he took 1 hour of his day to just talk to me and help guide me through being comfortable in front of the mic and listening to my voice and kind of just walking me through. And I didn't even know it was like almost like a therapy session, but he was walking me through my thought process. And it was almost like he said, you know, you've got this. You just got to get past that wall that you built up for yourself. Once you get past that wall, you are just golden. So that helped a lot too.
So what was that moment? Because I'm hearing you talk about not loving your voice, and a lot of broadcasters like myself have that same feeling. We listen back and we cringe a little bit, but here we are. What was that moment that you heard yourself or saw yourself and you said, oh no, I've got this?
Honestly, it was my kids. We would always listen back because I forced myself to listen to myself back because, you approve or you not approve, you get better if you listen to yourself and you see those little tweaks that you need to make. My kids would cheer and scream. And so I was like, okay, like I think I'm getting my groove. And once I got to know where everybody was from and I got to start announcing, some of the guys and girls more than once, I had that confidence that I didn't know that I had. Once that confidence came through, I was just able to just get my voice out there. And it was one of those times where in the movies where someone like sings for the first time and then they hit that high pitched note and they're like, oh, that was me. And I was like, oh, okay, I've got this. Let's do it.
Has any of the wrestlers or anybody given you feedback on like, hey, pronounce it this way instead of this way? Do something here, change things up. We see that in other companies with ring announcers and saying, hey, like do a little inflection here to add to it. Has anybody given you any type of feedback like that?
If I ask for it, but I think everyone is just so amazing that maybe they're scared to be like, oh, do it this way type thing, because that could be intimidating for someone to be like, oh, I'm not saying it right. But I will say that with any international superstar we have in, I always go to them to make sure that I'm pronouncing their name properly. Even so, right before going out, if I'm going over, where they're from, their names just out loud, I have had one stop me and be like, oh, just so you know, it's pronounced this way, like it's just like a little tiny like pitch, like a little high pitch accent. And I was so grateful. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much, because no one wants to have their name mistaken, and of course no one wants to announce their name wrong.
I want to go back. You mentioned your kids helping you out. At one point, now that you're going to be holding a microphone beyond the barricade, we have to go back a year to when Bully Ray called his shot against Josh Alexander, your husband and former TNA World Champion, or Impact at the time. Talk to me about working with Bully Ray, because there was a very tense scene when Bully finally called his shot, where he had you and he had Josh kind of cornered. And well, let's talk about that scene and working with Bully that last year.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous when Bully came out after Josh's match with Eddie Edwards. I was nervous, of course, because Bully is a legend. He's been in the game and we've known him to play dirty, probably a lot more than he does play by the rules. So I was nervous. And later on, when Bully was being Bully, I was scared, not for my husband, because I know he is 1000% capable, but for my kids watching. They've never seen me get physical at all. And I knew that I was not going to let anybody talk, do anything to my family, because my family is super important. So I was ready for, well, as you can see, I was ready to stick up for my family and to fight for them.
Just give Bully a swift kick to the dick. That's all you got.
Oh my God.
Hey, the man has made a living out to yelling, "My balls!" So you gotta give him that.
Jet had a good laugh with that. Yes, he was like, "Oh."
How we've seen you be on television, and you're comfortable. That was an uncomfortable scene with Bully, but comfortable in storylines. But how comfortable are you with a potential storyline of like, hey, this person, you're gonna have to announce that your husband has lost this match. And basically, like, we know the relationship between you and Josh. Basically, you being brought into a storyline in that way. How comfortable are you with that?
I've been in the wrestling business for 20 years now. I just passed my 20-year anniversary. So I'm ready for everything. But obviously my big focus, and I'm just excited to be the new TNA ring announcer and to be able to represent the Knockouts in that way. So we've got like the Knockouts doing their thing, fighting in the ring, and we've got Gia doing interviews in the back. Like, I'm just so happy to be able to give my input and to continue to show why the Knockouts are the best.
Is this going to be your first time in Vegas, or have you been to Las Vegas before?
The city, I've been.
You've been
several times. Yes, I've been several times.
I'm looking
and
forward.
Especially,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, especially with Bound for Glory, where Josh won the title against Christian Cage, and then good old Moose just coming in, interrupting. But yes, Vegas is very exciting. I'm so happy and so excited to be there.
I caught a lot of flack for calling that when Moose called in. Anyway, let's talk Vegas for a second, because I'm going to be in Las Vegas for Hard to Kill and for the Snake Eyes TV tapings. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. Let's talk favorite Vegas tourist traps, because I know you got one you gotta love.
Oh, Vegas tourists?
Yeah,
stuff?
Vegas tourist trap. Yeah, your favorite Vegas tourist trap.
Oh my gosh. What did the one thing I told my husband we have to do this time is go to the Venetian and do the gondola. That is my number one thing on the list. When my husband and I went on a date like 7 years ago, that was the one thing I wanted to do. We did that, and I think it'd be so cool since we're going to have the kids with us. I think it'd be really special if all four of us were able to go on the gondola this time around.
I gotta ask about your husband's match against Will Ospreay, the one that he recently had, and then the one coming up that you'll be doing the ring announcing for at the Snake Eyes tapings. Like, what was the feeling around him, before, after the match, and now going into the rematch in Las Vegas? What's it like being around him, I guess, for these big, high-profile matches?
He is quite annoying because he is because he's so super focused. He's always is with his eating, his workout regime, everything he does for himself here at home. It is all to prep for his wrestling matches. So, and I say annoying in the most loving way, of course. And I might be biased, but I am just looking forward to be able to announce his name in a TNA show. So, yes, part 2 of Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay will be at Snake Eyes. That is night 2, when we're going to be at the Palms Casino Resort on January 14th.
Once upon a time, Trey Miguel told me that the best shoe game in TNA and Impact belonged to Chris Bay, and then followed by himself, and then followed by Moose, because Moose just had the most amount of shoes.
Yeah, he's annoying.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. We'll talk more about Moose in a minute. Who's top of the shoe game in now TNA? And you also have a claim to fame with shoe game. Let's talk.
Oh, let's talk. Yes, let's talk about sneakers. The most, okay, I'm gonna have to say Moose, because he's so annoying that he has so much, and I'm just so jealous over his collection. Moose is the type of guy that he's got so many shoes that he'll just buy a pair and forget he already has a pair of it. So that's what makes it annoying the most, because I would love to have a gazillion pairs of shoes that are the same too. So I would have to say Moose is the big shoe guy. I love sneakers. I'm huge into Jordan, and my husband and I have this thing where basically every anniversary we gift each other a pair of shoes. Easy for him, you know, because he knows I love anything Jordans. For Josh, he loves anything bright, crazy colors, which is kind of hard to shop for sometimes. But the shoe thing for us is special because we wore matching pair of Jordans on our wedding day. So, you know, I've got quite a lot of shoes that I now don't know where to put them. So I am quite proud of that.
We'll get you a new house with a new shoe closet.
That's what I'm saying. Josh, please get me a built-in shoe closet. That's, you know, just putting that out there.
It's Christmas, you know. That's
Yes,
it's a
it's
good gift right
Christmas.
there. Right. What are the Christmas plans around there?
Christmas plans. Well, we always see my brother and his family on Christmas Eve because my sister-in-law is Swedish. So their Christmas is always celebrated on the 24th. So we always do Christmas there. And then we're going to come home, get ready for the night and get ready for Christmas morning because, you know, Mommy Claus comes out and she just wants to make everything so special for her family.
I love it. Okay, here's the last question for you. This is a very fun game that we play called Partner Promo Punch in the Face. We're going to give you 3 names of TNA/Impact wrestlers. You're going to tell me which one you want to partner up with in a tag team match, which one you want to have a promo off with in the ring, and which one you want to punch in the face in a singles match. These are people very near and dear to you and your husband.
Okay.
Moose, Bully Ray, and Steve Macklin. Jade Chung, partner promo and punch in the face.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna punch Moose for several reasons that we've already mentioned here. I'm gonna have a promo off with Bully because I truly believe he is one of the best in the game. And I would partner up with Steve Macklin because I love Deonna Purrazzo. So
that's how it usually goes with Macklin. Everybody loves Deonna, not him. Not him. I'm a big fan of Macklin myself.
I am not. He and I have a fight brewing.
Oh, he's rolling up the sleeves there.
Yeah, tell him I'm after him. Don't worry. He couldn't show up in Toronto at Final Resolution, but let's see if he pulls up in Las Vegas at the Palms Casino Resort for TNA's Hard to Kill on January 13th, 2024, a couple of short weeks away. And the Snake Eyes tapings the next night on January 14th at the Palms. Jade, once again, congratulations.
Congratulations, yes.
New voice of TNA Wrestling. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Let everyone know where they can find you at, Jade.
Oh, you guys can find me on all socials, Twitter, Instagram at Jade Chung 11.
There we go. Congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you on our TVs very soon on TNA Wrestling.
Yay. Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.